We're not going there. You can stand.
Our Member of Congress, the Honorable Adam Schiff. Our County Supervisor, who has been a staunch supporter of this congregation and of the progressive values that we embody here, Supervisor Zev Yaroslavsky. The Ecumenical Officer of the United Methodist Council of Bishops, our own Bishop Mary Ann Swenson.
And to have a chance to visit and see just how magnificent this church is on the inside and the outside, both with its bricks and mortar and more importantly with its incredible congregation. So thank you for the honor of joining you today. I want to thank the Reverend for inviting me to this rededication ceremony of these red ribbons at the Hollywood United Methodist Church. On this, now the 25th annual World AIDS Day, we pause and remember the millions around the world who have died from this disease and renew our commitment to support those affected by HIV/AIDS. Since in 2014, the Affordable Care Act will make it illegal for insurance companies to deny coverage to adults because they have HIV, it will also eliminate lifetime benefit caps and require health insurance plans to cover HIV testing. These are positive changes. The expansion. It's nice to be somewhere where the Affordable Care Act gets I always joke, my name is Adam, my wife's name is Eve, so we always feel very much at home in a place of worship, and you make me feel even more at home today. The expansion of Medi-Cal also will help more people qualify for life-saving HIV/AIDS treatment, but the work is still not done. There is still so much more to do. Stigma and misconceptions about those afflicted with HIV/AIDS still exist. Supportive housing and services are still not reaching all those who need it. We must continue our fight to give our medical researchers, our healthcare professionals here at home, and our international partners overseas the resources they need to make HIV/AIDS a distant memory.
A beacon of hope, literally and figuratively, for many, many years. Today we celebrate the 20th anniversary of the Tower of Hope. But this church has been a Tower of Hope for a lot longer than 20 years. But it was typical of this church and the values that it embodies, that it used one of the tallest edifices in Hollywood to send a message of hope and a message of awareness at a time when public officials wouldn't be caught dead talking about AIDS or HIV, when policymakers were afraid to touch this disease. Even researchers had issues about how far to go. This church and this tower proclaimed to all who could see it that when a fellow man or woman is in need, the human value is not to turn our backs on that individual, but to lend a hand. And this church and this tower has been proclaiming that message for 20 consecutive years. And I would say, Reverend Ledesma, that even after we cure AIDS, and we will, hopefully in our lifetime, there will be many other proclamations to be made from that tower. And that red ribbon is not only about AIDS, but it's about the poor, it's about the homeless, it's about the mentally ill, it's about the marginalized in our society, who through no fault of their own, and sometimes through a fault of their own, find themselves on the edge. That's what this church at this corner, this prominent corner, made more prominent by this tower and by what goes on in this church. That's the mission of this church for the rest of our lives and beyond.